everybody, welcome. It's Sameko here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber news. But before we do, please make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, and guys, you know I stream on Twitch, head over to Twitch, and if you're at work, leave me a lurk. And guys, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I need to hit 50k by my birthday, and I really need your help, okay? All right, guys, on the very first piece of Newsy news, this is Gawr, and Gura was a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with Hololive, debuting in 2020 as part of Hololive English's first-generation myth. In May 2025, she graduated from Hololive and became Sameko Saba, and Sameko Saba is an independent English-speaking virtual YouTuber who debuted in June 2025. Her achievements include reaching 500,000 subscribers on YouTube before debut and setting the record of fastest VTuber to reach 1 million subscribers in under 3 days. So why are we talking about Sameko Saba? Well, guys, just to give you some context here, this is Saba's YouTube channel, and the last time Saba had posted on her YouTube channel was around 2 months ago, and this is her ex as well. So you can see here on her ex, like the most recent thing she had was on February 5th. Just to give you some context, we are now in April 22nd. So because Saba had not streamed for a long time, some of Saba's fans are starting to get a little bit upset. This is posted by Maddie, and Maddie says, it's really funny how Saba left, came back to announce overpriced merch, and then left again without another word. So then this person, Beef and Rice, says, returns to VTubing, huge comeback, model is fantastic, all this hype, streams less than before, which was none. What is the point, man? Okay, so Maddie says, they made her stream 5 times a year, it was really messed up, which obviously is sarcasm. So then this is posted by Depressed Newsagi, and Depressed Newsagi says, I'm gonna join in on the slander. As you can see here, meet potential #1 VTuber. Hololive was holding her back. I'm sure she will play the next friend slop with Ame. Her 3D concert will break VTubing. And then it says 0 monthly streams, 0 song covers / Ori song, 7 hiatuses, stream, no, takes money without working, yes. Okay, Diane says, facts are not slander. I don't hate her, I'm just disappointed. Mobius says, I could have swore she was really active as Gura in the first few years of Myth. Phil says, one thing, we have to be honest though, when she was in the top of her game, no one could even come close. Poppy says, Saba is probably not even interested in any form of content creation now. Every other reincarnated talent is at least streaming, doing covers, or something else. Saba has done practically nothing, not even a Twitter space. And then Ronan Blade says, is this slander if it's true? To my knowledge, she doesn't even give updates or reasons for sudden extended hiatuses. Most VTubers at least will post, hey, feeling sick, taking time off to recover at the minimum. And then this is Moto, and Moto says, if I had to make a public appearance once every 2 months to cover all my bills, then I would appear only that many times. I don't even blame her. If anything, get mad at those who finance this. And then this is posted by Swan, and Swan says, the tourists are seething about Saba again, lol. Sir James says, you gotta admit, it's a good gig. She basically doesn't have to work, and she can just quickly pop back in for a cash boost when she needs it. I respect the hustle. Why drive yourself crazy streaming all the time when your fan base has no personal standards and will worship you anyway? And then Atomic says, I told myself that if she didn't stream or make a community post by the next time this renews, I would have to cancel it. But this is really such a hard decision for me. I want to keep supporting her, but in my opinion, it's a little screwed up just to go AWOL without any notice. This is like the YouTube subscription, which is $4.99 a month, and it says renewal canceled, expires on April 28th. So then Atomic continues to say, there isn't a single other VTuber I know of who would take this many frequent hiatuses and not even make a post. I'm not even asking for much here, just a vague, sorry about the lack of content, personal things happening, but we get nothing. Maybe I'll change my mind in the morning. But for now, I just feel kind of sad. I've been a fan of hers since her first incarnation, and it just sucks to basically get nothing from a content creator I enjoy. Like I said, I'm gonna sleep on it, but for now, this is where it stands for me. And Scrubbing says, it's okay to unsubscribe. If you choose in the future, you can always resub. She's probably well off, and you mean well. It shouldn't be a hard decision to save yourself money and pick yourself. It's totally okay. And Momoka says, as a VTuber myself, I think this is a fair thing to do. If I disappointed you without telling my audience, I would definitely hope they cancel their subs because it's not fair to them. I feel the least you can do for your audience when they give so much support is a little bit of honesty. Okay, and this is posted by Chibi and Yubi, and Chibi says, I think the hate on Saba is ridiculous. She makes high quality content every time she streams because she streamed for years. She knows how to engage and captivate an audience. Due to that, she makes money from people who want to support her. For those complaining that she isn't producing a lot of content, just know that she's a person outside of VTuber work. She's not telling you her personal life. If she can get by on streaming once in a while, then that's great for her. For example, imagine your friend worked hard in their career and was able to only have to work a couple hours a month. Wouldn't you be happy for them? Of course, we would all love more Saba, but this is her choice, and if you don't like it, move on. There are tons of other VTuber content creators who stream often that you can watch and support. Lastly, if you're upset about overpriced merch, then don't buy it. It's not meant for you. Not Azahara says, all the criticism she gets is justified, but at the end of the day, if her fans want to pay for memberships or pay for merch when she streams once or twice a month, that's on them. And no, I'm not a hater. I do like her as a content creator, except the whole going MIA part. 35 Pebble says, not hating, but the way she does her VTubing activity is not something that I would ever ever support. I buy merch, join memberships, etc. to support VTubers in their activities. I don't just give free money to people, especially when I know they are rich. My money better go elsewhere. Not Ricky says, I love people defending Saba. It's those people's monies. Yeah, sure, but Saba is scamming her audience and giving them hope that she'll maybe one day return by releasing merch or teasing a return. At least with Filian, she's been dead silent and not leading people on. Saba deserves to be shamed for this. It's scummy. Jilly says, I'm sorry, but high quality streams, just streaming some games with friends does not fall into this category. Also, I think it's quite rude to promote merch and then go into whatever she's going for months. Why don't you promo merch when you are being active instead of milking your viewers? So anyways, guys, what do you think of Sameko Saba not streaming for a while? Are you upset? Are you okay? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. Hey, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, make sure to come follow me on Twitch. I stream daily over there. Additionally, you can catch my gaming content on my YouTube channel, Lydia VTuber Plays. All right, back to the video. All right, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is FeFe, and FeFe is a female English language VTuber who debuted in November 2020. She's independently produced and is a member of the Twitch team Say So Girl. So why are we talking about FeFe? Well, guys, this is posted on FeFe's X account. This is posted on April 21st, 2026 at around 7:07 p.m. And FeFe says, pretty pissed and hurt by Twitch today. They suspended me because my new model is quote unquote too sexy. I'm not trying to start stuff, but I've seen bigger creators debut bunny outfits recently that break terms of service. When designing my new outfit, me and my art team follow the terms of service to a T. So why am I getting attacked? It just feels like no matter what I do to follow the rules and do what's right, Twitch just enjoys hurting me. I'm honestly so tired of the hypocrisy and the blatant lack of respect and care for streamers not in the 1%. So you can see here, this is a screenshot saying you have been temporarily suspended for streaming for 1 day. Some features will be temporarily unavailable. You can view your violation to learn why you have been suspended, which features are affected, and how to appeal. This is a new outfit here. I may need to censor it for YouTube because, guys, I got to work within the system. But anyways, let's see what some of the people on X are saying. So Momo said, I had a similar cleavage cut and hips with my first VTuber. Never knew what exactly the issue was. I'm sorry, FeFe, your model looks amazing. I think it may be the thighs, but they are covered. It's super inconsistent with Twitch. I'm sorry, frowny face. Discordia says, getting suspended sucks, and I think you should be able to be just as exposed as the ones who get away with it, especially VR chat. But sadly, there are multiple points of the apparel guidelines being broken. If some adjustments were made, or you definitely can still use it, I hope it gets sorted out, smiley face. If you go to FeFe's Twitch account, you can see here it says offline, this channel cannot stream at this time due to a violation of Twitch's community guidelines. So then Vexoria The Sun Eater says, where? Your tight covered hips, the gateway to sin? I'm about to give myself an aneurysm with how hard I'm eye rolling, bro. And then FeFe says, turns out if I stream with it again, I risk a permaban. Oh well, rip my favorite new model ever, so effed up. FeFe says, update, we worked on a terms of service friendly compromise that involves a belt, still suspended for 24 hours, rip my VODs though. And then so I was like, did they say exactly what the issue was? And I haven't had a response yet. Anyways, so this is posted by Lem, and Lem says, sucks that this is happening to FeFe, but in case anyone is worried about their own models, the terms of service she broke was that the thigh/crotch zone is still too exposed since the coverage must be fully opaque, noted in the green highlight. Be careful out there, gamers, salute. So you can see here, this is the guidelines from Twitch directly, and here is the green highlight. It says the coverage must be fully opaque. You can see here, it says, please note, these are examples of coverages that do not fit the policy. So you can see here on the left here, we got underbust and pelvic/inguinal area visible, and then side boob visible, underbust visible, pelvic inguinal area visible. So you can see here, even though there's stocking here, you can still kind of see the line. Here it says side boob is visible, pelvic area is visible, side boob visible, underbust visible. You can see here like kind of like pelvic/inguinal, aka the lines leading to the lady taco is visible. So Zara says, remember y'all that the quote unquote V lines and these parts of your hips are against terms of service. Yes, even with mesh tights, if they're see-through, it's against terms of service. You need the hips biker shorts level of covered. Note, this is still shit. Twitch, stop having double standards because she is right. So you can see here, like this is like the screenshot of like the area leading to the lady taco, and the hips are exposed here as well. So then this is posted by Fulu, and Fulu says, I have a question. No hate to Shy Lily, of course, but I'm just confused how this FeFe model gets suspended, but these models don't. It's 2026, no consistency nor clarity from Twitch still, ... So you can see here, this is Shy Lily, and we can see there is some hip exposure as well. However, if Shy Lily is posting within the beach category of Twitch, then technically that is considered allowed. So let's continue. Okay, so Aries says, I'm tired. It's not fair, and I get that. You see that 0.1% break the guidelines and not receive any punishment, but let's not act like it's not written down on a community guidelines. It's been an issue every 6 months brought up within the VTuber space. So you can see here, this is a screenshot of Twitch's terms of service saying, for all streamers, you must cover the area extending from your hips to the bottom of your pelvis and buttocks. For those areas of the body where coverage is required, the coverage must be fully opaque. Sheer or partially see-through clothing does not constitute coverage. Okay, so this is posted by Steve Blunder, and this was posted on April 21st, 2026 at around 11:16 p.m. And Steve says, hi guys, corporate brain-did Stevie here. As someone who has a very minor hand in developing an extreme knowledge of Twitch's policy, something that comes up often in discussions is how important it is to understand the skirting the invisible line that is Twitch terms of service is something that will almost always have you end up stepping on a landmine. Those lines are not 100% defined for a reason, and it's so that creators do not try to approach them. However, most of these lines were very clearly defined and still stepped on, which prompted the ban. Does it suck that there aren't 100% clear-cut examples with what's acceptable and not with the visual aids to help? Yes, and I wish in-depth glossaries existed for things as nuanced as this. Does it suck that other streamers have gotten away with violations? Yes, and they should be reported and penalized accordingly. Does it suck that to some degree an internal bias exists for large versus small/medium-sized creators? Yes, they should remove those staffers and impart those with as little bias or vested interest as possible. Does it suck when I can't go? Does it suck that I can't goon to this live for the next 24 hours? Yes, and I will be... What the fuck is this? Okay, let's continue. All right, as a professional, let's continue. Does it suck that I can't goon to this live for the next 24 hours? Yes, but ultimately there's very clear lines that were crossed, and whatever due diligence was done, additional passovers and willingness to compromise with a system that will not compromise with you should be taken into account, not just for you, but for anyone looking to wrangle with the terms of service policy. As you can see here, it says here, when evaluating reports for spicy conduct, attire is just one factor we will use in making a determination on whether the conduct is acceptable. Genitalia, buttocks, hips, female presented nips, and underbust must be covered at all times. For those areas of the body where coverage is required, the coverage must be fully opaque. Sheer or partially see-through clothing does not constitute coverage. You can see here that's like kind of like circled with an arrow. It says do not expose underbust, and you can see that circled with an arrow. Visible outline of genitalia, even when it's covered, and then it says shaky, but do you really want to run the risk? This is circled here, and then it says here hip coverage is often forgotten in this rule, and then here's the exposed hip as well. This is posted by Noir, and Noir says, this is one of the things I really hate about Twitch. The double standards are insane. Top VTubers have far worse with no issues. VR chat models are damn near naked, and IRL streamers are streaming almost nude, and for sure with only body paint covering their tops at Twitch. What's up with this? Why are smaller VTubers constantly being targeted? And then this is posted by Lychee, and Lychee says, apparently the bans come from the user submitted report. You probably have hate watchers. If you cover your underboobs and hips completely, you can avoid getting punished by the terms of service. I'm pretty sure you are aware about what to cover by now. Please don't make the same mistake next time. So Twitch is very, very serious when it comes to coverage of hips. I myself also got flagged as well once. It is something that does happen. And as much as you want to disagree with Steve, it does suck that there isn't 100% clear-cut examples, because the problem is when there is, as gamers, we would be min-maxing the shit out of that, right? So you can kind of understand why Twitch doesn't specify exactly with 100%. You can kind of see why. So anyways, guys, what do you think of FeFe's new model that is too hot for Twitch and probably YouTube? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Fuwawa Abascard, and Fuwawa Abascard is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with Hololive. She debuted in 2023 as Hololive English's advent third generation of members of Hololive English, with her and her twin sister Sameko Abascard, with whom she shares her YouTube channel and social media accounts under the duo unit FuwaMoco. So why are we talking about Fuwawa? Well, guys, just to give you some context here, Fuwawa was in hospital for a little bit, so she was on a bit of a health hiatus, but it looks like she is coming back. This is posted on the FuwaMoco X account. This is posted on April 22nd, 2026 at around 1:52 a.m. And FuwaMoco says, ruffians, I missed you so much. I'm getting out of the hospital a bit early, so let's have a big party together. Fluffy, I'm getting discharged. Bow, bow, bow. Fuwawa returns. Fuwawa revival. I'm finally back home, ruffians. So you can see here, this is a link to the waiting room. So it'll be live in 32 hours as of filming. So you can see here, there are a lot of people in the waiting room. So a lot of people are super excited for Fuwawa returning. So anyways, guys, a lot of people are super excited that Fuwawa is returning. Whether or not she's returning a little bit too soon is unclear, because obviously we don't know how she is health-wise, but hopefully she takes it easy for a little bit. But anyways, guys, what do you guys think of Fuwawa returning? Do you think that it's too soon, or do you think that it's right on time? Let me know in the comments below. On to our next piece of news. This is TsunamiCat, and TsunamiCat is an American VTuber who debuted in February 2021. So why are you talking about TsunamiCat? Well, guys, this is posted by TsunamiCat, and this is posted on their X account on April 22nd, 2026 at around 1:26 a.m. And TsunamiCat says, please retweet/comment to get YouTube's attention. At Team YouTube, please, I need your help. I tried to create a new channel today for my music content, as my main channel is primarily gaming content. It was almost immediately removed for impersonation. I appealed, and a few hours later, it was already denied. How can I impersonate myself? I even created an account while logged into the YouTube studio so that it was connected to the same email account. So your supposed human review should have seen both accounts are owned by the same person. My main YouTube account is youtube.com/@TsunamiCatVT. My music account was wrongfully terminated for impersonation. So it says here, youtube.com/@TsunamiCatMusic. Please, I need an actual human eyes to review this appeal, because it's not possible to impersonate my own self. I also don't want this to affect my other TsunamiCat YouTube channels, since they are connected to the same YouTube account. So you can see here, this is a screenshot of an email from YouTube. It says TsunamiCat TsunamiCat Music, we reached a decision on your appeal. At TsunamiCat Music, we reviewed your appeal over the following channel, TsunamiCat Music. We reviewed your channel carefully and have confirmed that it violates our impersonation policy. We know this is probably disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. How this affects your channel, we won't be putting your channel back up on YouTube. Obviously not super helpful. So then Team YouTube says, checking on this, we'll let you know as soon as we find out more. And then TsunamiCat says, please, this whole situation has been so stressful and frustrating. So this is as of 3 hours ago, as of filming. And then RPG Ricky says, YouTube, you should make different channels for different content. Also YouTube, you're impersonating yourself. And then TsunamiCat says, yeah, it's annoying because it's literally an option within YouTube Studio to make a new channel. So if you go to TsunamiCat Music, you can see here that it says page is not available. And then TsunamiCat continues to say, why did both TikTok and YouTube ban my new music channels for impersonation when it's me? Ah! And then obviously a picture of a sad kitty. So anyways, guys, if you're a fan of TsunamiCat, please make sure to go engage with this post so that we can get YouTube's attention. Because obviously it's really frustrating. It's so frustrating when these multi-billion-dollar companies employ the use of AI and not humans, because sometimes there's nothing like a human touch to actually like get things sorted. Sometimes things fall within like parameters that the AI is not used to dealing with. So this is obviously one of those cases. So guys, if you're a fan of TsunamiCat, please make sure just to go engage in this post just to help her out. Okay guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Vexoria The Sun Eater, and Vexoria The Sun Eater is a Canadian VTuber who streams on Twitch and Fansly, debuting officially circa late December 2021. So why are we talking about Vexoria? Well guys, this is a post on Vexoria's X account. This is posted on April 20th, 2026 at around 4:43 p.m. And Vexoria says, hiatus announcement, taking a break. I'll be back in May to celebrate my 40th birthday. So let's take a look at the announcement. So it says here, hey everyone, lately I've seen a lot of my VTuber friends talking about taking a break and how it's important to step away, take time to recharge, recover, and reignite their creative spark. I always found taking breaks to be a terrifying prospect, but a necessary one. You never know if your friends or fans will be there when you return, and when you step away from everything for any amount of time in this modern era we live in, it feels like very easy to be forgotten. However, I think it's really important to take those breaks. Nobody can continue to run a marathon forever. You need to take a moment to step back, recharge yourself, and get back to things refreshed and replenished. As a creator, I put a lot of heart and soul into debuts, creative storytelling, lore videos, exciting music covers, and highly interactive streams we've done. It's been extremely fun, and I want to continue to do more of that for all of you. My friends and sacrifices are amazing and truly what keeps me coming back to do this. But even a goddess can get tired, burnt out, or feel herself struggling to be her best for you all. So in order to keep that creative spark going and honor my own mental health, I've decided to take roughly a 2-week break starting on Thursday, April 23rd, and I will return on May 9th. Why so specific, Vex? Why those dates? Well, the truth is I'm headed to Italy with some of my closest friends. Zolon is taking me there as an early 40th birthday present. I'm ready to get lost in the history, art, culture, and beauty that is Italy. Italy is beautiful, I have to admit. Try the local snack for food. See if I can't outgrow some of my biggest buildings, you know, snake mommy things. Sometimes to find a new story to tell or a new spark for my content, I need to step away from the screen and see the world with fresh eyes. I'm choosing to prioritize my well-being and enjoy my time with my closest fellow content creators and loved ones so I can give you the best version of me to come back to and celebrate my debut and 40th birthday celebration on May 15th. I got a lot of special surprises planned, so I hope that I'll see you on my big special day. You know what they say, the world is a book and those who do not travel only read one page. I cannot wait to come back and share my stories, photos, and videos with you. Thank you for being the most amazing, supportive community a hag could ask for. Much love to you all. I will miss you and I'll be thinking of you always. Stay hopeful, stay happy, stay hungry. Love, Vex. Essentially what this is saying is that Vexoria is taking a 2-week break to go to Italy, and she's going to come back to celebrate her 40th birthday, which is absolutely amazing. As an Italian, I am very, very happy that Vexoria chose Italy as a vacation destination because the food is amazing. Like, listen, you can't go wrong with a pizza in Italy, all right? Anyways, guys, if you're a fan of Vexoria, just know that she's taking a little bit of a break, and she will be back on May 15th to celebrate her 40th birthday. Okay, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber News. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, if you can't catch me on Twitch, that is no problem. I do have a YouTube channel called Lydia VTuber VODs that backs up all of my gameplay, and I probably play through some of your favorites. And I'm currently playing through Stardew, trying to amass my harem of all the single women. Okay, guys, and make sure, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I need to hit 50K by my birthday, which is May 20th. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye. Destructible plastic that can take a beating and keep going. The polycarbonate handles are 12.5 inches in length. No! Excuse me. And light connects together with a swivel chain that don't quit. Okay, excuse me. I am an adult. I am not a pervert. Okay, all right. No, don't clip that.